Get ready for a blast from the past. It's the Phil Show now, pulling into Joe Jesus 50's night in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Join us for classic cars, fabulous music, amazing people, and endless fun. It's Joe Jesus 50's night, and it's all straight ahead on the Phil Show now. Joe Jesus 50's night is underway, and it's incredible. Let's head over to our downtown New Bedford Phil Show Now studios to meet someone very special. We're here in the studio while all the activity is going on for Joe Jesus 50's night, and here with me is Stephanie Pickup from Carefree Homes. Hi, Steph.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. It's a great night.
I know it. A lot of excitement.
It is so fun.
Are you a car aficionado?
I am. I grew up. My dad loved cars. One of my mom's best friends, her husband, used to build cars in his garage. So I grew up around all that stuff.
What was your first car?
Oh, my first car?
Your first car.
Oh gosh, $500.
Oh my God.
Chevy Nova. I don't even know what year it was.
What color?
It was navy blue, stick shift, no power steering, crank
How many
windows.
dents?
And actually, the body was in good shape. That was about the highlight of it, was the body. But yeah, and if the brake fluid was low, I couldn't shift it correctly. It was kind of a hot mess. But it got me where I needed to go. And I have a great appreciation for the vehicles that I drive today. And my kids have no idea. I said, you have no idea. What's your first car like compared to mine? It's nothing compared to what I had to drive.
Well,
so,
you
yeah.
are the title sponsor for a very special event.
Yeah.
Very special. What does it mean to you to have this connection with your company?
Well, you know, as a family business, Carefree Homes, we're family owned and operated for 46 years. Community is huge for us. We're invested in a lot of different nonprofits and organizations. So supporting New Bedford and the city and nurturing this American classic tradition of cars is really just sort of a natural fit for Carefree Homes, and we're happy to be part of it.
Absolutely. And a scholarship fund is also very important here. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we are super excited. So Tony Martin, who was one of our leading foremen for Carefree Homes for over 30 years, we created a memorial scholarship in his honor, so the Anthony Tony Martin Memorial Scholarship that we offer to a local vocational student every year who's going to be pursuing a career in carpentry post-graduation. Instead of going to college, they are immediately going to pursue a career in carpentry. So we give them a $1,000 award, so $500 to buy work boots and apparel, and then $500 to purchase tools to get started in the trade. So yeah, it's really special. It's a great way for us to support the next generation of tradespeople and, of course, keep memories of Tony alive.
Absolutely, 100%. Can you teach me any tips how to bang a nail straight in? Because out of 1 out of 10, I'll get maybe 1.
I think I'm with you on that. I'd have to defer to my experts, the teams that I have in the
What
field.
else do they do well at Carefree Homes?
Oh, they do everything, yeah. Roofing, siding, windows, decks, porches. We build houses, additions. Yeah, we pretty much any construction, but mostly exterior remodeling is what we specialize in. And
what do people say about you?
oh, well, you know, we're known for our quality.
Yes, you are.
Our quality craftsmanship and our service. We
100%.
stand behind everything. So in addition to all the great product warranties you get from Carefree Homes, we have a 10-year workmanship guarantee on top of that, and usually beyond. If people call us, you did work on our house 17 years ago, we're going to be out there servicing it. So it's supporting our customers who, support us continuously through the years, and, standing by our workmanship and everything that we do.
And that's why I wholeheartedly have you in my heart. Carefree Homes, you are the very best that there is. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to return to a little action out there, Steph,
All right? Have some fun.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you again.
Thanks, Phil. Have a great night.
Like, follow, and please share The Phil Show now with a friend. The Phil Show. We have a very special guest, Dawn Mahler, who is Joe Jesus' granddaughter. What does this mean to you?
It means so much to me because this is really about the legacy of my grandfather. I'm sure you know, this event started over 3 decades ago, and he really started it because of the passion that he had in his heart for this community and his really desire to give back.
What are some of your best memories of 50s nights, Don?
I remember when I was little, walking around and just being amazed, like, there's so many people here, and look at all these cool cars. And I remember my grandfather walking me around to the different cars, and, you know, everyone knew Joe Jesus, Joe, Joe.
Yeah.
But it was really just, it was, again, a testament to my grandfather, and not only for the community, but the relationships that he built.
Awesome. Thank you, Don.
You're welcome. Thanks, Phil.
Oh, we have a very special guest with this one, folks. I love the idea of young people taking up this as a hobby. It's not only good for the pocket, great for the investment and the heart too. Joey Antill, this is a beautiful car. This is our grandson, Owen, and our great-grandson, Owen. How do you like that, folks? Now, Owen, how old are you?
7.
How old?
7.
Is this yours? Is this going to be yours?
Yes.
What do you like best about the car?
The seats.
So, what do you think of the idea of youngsters getting involved with the investment of an antique car, plus going under the hood? We saw Owen
That's what we did today.
in a picture.
Just trying to teach them,
Yeah.
how to take care of it. And
Yep.
the way you get quite a few years out of it, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can do stuff like this and meet great people,
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're a great-grandfather. No,
We
wait.
try. Oh, he wants to show you.
I'm a great-grandfather.
Great grandfather, that's right.
I love it when youngsters are getting involved in this.
Watch your fingers.
Right around the bend is more Joe Jesus 50s night, and we spend some time with our friends from Cottage Street Motors. They know a thing or two about the classics, and the mayor stops by with the reason why New Bedford is the perfect host for this event, and is all coming up from downtown New Bedford on the Phil Show now.
At Carefree Homes, we're a dedicated member of the South Coast, Cape Cod, and Rhode Island communities. Our commitment extends beyond just words. It's reflected in everything we do, which is why we're proud to support our neighbors in need and local organizations like Habitat for Humanity and the Buttonwood Park Zoo. When you choose Carefree Homes, you're choosing a partner dedicated to making your home and your community a better place. Call us today to see how we can make your house a carefree home.
The sociable approach to marketing attracts individuals to your product by creating quality content that they enjoy and will convert them into lifelong customers. How do we do it? By developing unique programs, postings, video series, and content delivery across all your social media platforms. We develop engaging and unique content that will get your message out and increase your likes, follows, and shares. We're ready. Let's start trending sociably.
Here we are at Joe Jesus 50s night. Look at the beautiful cars, the music, the excitement. It's all incredible. Just like our great friends at Carefree Homes, who brings you the Joe Jesus 50s night special. As mayor of a city of 100,000, you see good times like this, right?
These are good times, Phil. Look, just look at this crowd. There's so much enthusiasm. I don't know what it is about the 50s. It was before my time, but everybody has this powerful nostalgic feeling about everything associated with the 50s. And when people come here, they seem to just sort of kick back, relax. Maybe it's the cars, maybe it's the food, maybe it's all of the above, certainly the music. But every year we seem to have crowds like this, and everybody walks away saying, wow, this is great, we should do more of it. So, look, it's New Bedford's come a long way in the last decade, and it's events like this that contribute to the vitality of the city overall. We're pleased to support them.
Do you remember Pony Boy ice cream and Virginia Dare soda?
Yes,
And-
I remember I remember those things. I remember Virginia Dare soda. Virginia Dare had all these exotic flavors or unconventional flavors like strawberry. I remember as a little kid drinking strawberry soda from those Virginia Dare glass bottles. They were still doing glass bottles when everybody switched over to plastic, but you know, it's those quirky things that you remember. The peanut shop used to be right across the street here on Union Street. Joe Jesus himself, who founded 50's Night, was the owner of the peanut store, and yeah, this is exciting. Look, and Bill, look, there's a lot of construction going on right in the middle of downtown. There are 5 housing developments within 3 blocks of where we are that are under construction right now. Of course, there's hundreds of millions of dollars of new investment in the port. There's a burgeoning restaurant scene now. I think people recognize after many years that New Bedford has a legitimate restaurant scene, and so a lot of these people are going to find it difficult to get into the places all around here tonight because the crowds are so big. But it's a very different place than it was 10 years ago, and we just want people to come down and check it out for themselves.
I'd like to see a museum of mermaids, but maybe that's for another time, huh?
Well, there's something for everybody, even for you, Phil. I don't want to comment on your predilections, but it's a cool place, and so I think everybody finds that when they come down to downtown New Bedford, they see somebody they know, they go to a familiar place, and they help create community.
Yeah, absolutely. You did a great job making this community. Congratulations.
Well, it's a work in progress, and the work never stops. And so we're working it all the time, and New Bedford's best days are ahead.
See you next year at 50's Night.
I will be here.
All right.
All right, sounds good, Phil. Thank you.
Welcome back. While the festivity is going on for 50's Night in New Bedford, we're here with somebody who really knows cars, Sue Delacis of Cottage Street Motors. Hello.
Hello, Phil.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Exciting?
Yes, it is, very much so.
Yeah. You have had a lot of experience with cars.
Yeah, a few years.
A few? What was your first car?
My first car?
Yeah.
Ooh, way back it was a Chevy station wagon.
Oh, wow.
Back in the day.
Station wagons with wood on the outside?
No, this one didn't have the wood.
The cars that we're seeing tonight at Joe Jesus 50's Night, they represent all eras and all kinds of designs and colors. What does that mean to you?
Well, they're beautiful cars, number one. And number two, that is when they made cars. Today, a lot of the cars today are just plastic.
And what does that mean?
Well, back then they made with quality. They had steel bumpers. They looked good. When you closed the door, you heard it close. Now it's when you close the door, it doesn't even. You have to look to see if it's closed.
Right.
But it's it's to each his own. I like the older cars, but the newer cars are a lot nicer. They're a little smoother to ride with, and because it has a whole bunch of new stuff in it as far as the seating and steering. The steering wheels used to be like 12 feet, and now they're down to only 6.
Right.
But it's all personal, whatever you want.
Yes, exactly. How did you get started in the car business?
Well, I bought a car from this young man that I was married to, and we went along with it, and we kept on going. And
So you were partners with your husband?
yes, I was.
Ray.
Yes, I was. He was a fabulous man.
Tell me about him.
Oh, he helped so many people. It was unbelievable. People would come in on hard times. He would give them a car with a low down payment and a low weekly payment, and of course with no interest on the loan. So whatever the car was selling for, you put a down payment down, and that's what you paid. No interest whatsoever. And he did help a lot of people. A lot of people have come back and said, if it wasn't for you and Ray, I would never have a car.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I'm worth something, like I've done something well for myself and for them and the community.
Yep. These events remind me of the good old days. You and Ray, they're at Cottage Street Motors as well. What do you want to say to the people who are watching?
I don't know, people just don't be so self-centered. Take your neighbor by the hand, talk to him, be nice. It's just don't think about yourself, think about everybody. I mean, there's just so many things you can do in this life, and life's too short, as I well know.
Great advice, wonderful wisdom. Thank you from Cottage Street Motors, you and the honor that we give Ray.
Like, follow, and please share The Phil Show Now with a friend. The Phil Show Now. Get ready to rock and roll, because The Phil Show Now has even more in store from Joe Jesus 50's Night. We'll groove with Tony Tavares of the Grammy-winning group Tavares as we dive into golden eras of music in the 50s. Plus, we'll swing by Danny's Seafood Bar and Grill to discover what makes New Bedford so deliciously unforgettable. It's all coming up on The Phil Show Now.
At Carefree Homes, we're a dedicated member of the South Coast, Cape Cod, and Rhode Island communities. Our commitment extends beyond just words. It's reflected in everything we do, which is why we're proud to support our neighbors in need and local organizations like Habitat for Humanity and the Buttonwood Park Zoo. When you choose Carefree Homes, you're choosing a partner dedicated to making your home and your community a better place. Call us today to see how we can make your house a carefree home.
Consumers today are bombarded with millions of marketing messages every day. Outbound marketing like interpretive ads, direct mail, cold calling just don't work anymore. The Sociable approach to marketing attracts individuals to your product by developing unique programs, postings, video series, and content delivery across all your social media platforms. Content that they enjoy and will convert them into lifelong customers. Let's start trending sociably.
Welcome back to The Phil Show Now from Joe Jesus 50's Night, made possible by the wonderful folks at Carefree Homes and Sociable. Let's start trending sociably. As you talk about legendary, one place sticks out in New Bedford, and that's Danny's Seafood Bar and Grill, here since 1971.
March of 71.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
The Matos family, huh?
Yeah.
What
My
a
dad,
name you
yeah.
have.
Yeah. My dad tended the bar, my mother worked in the kitchen.
And how did it start out?
My father was downtown, he had the bar room. Then he come down the north end here. This spot was available, so we opened up Danny's Tavern. March of 71. Started selling hamburgers and hot dogs, linguiça sandwiches. He hired a Portuguese cook, started making the cassoulet, another rabbit, all that Portuguese stuff, and it went from there.
And Jimmy, what's your earliest memory?
Coming in here as a little boy with my brothers, having steamers, sitting at table one over there.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I was 14 years old when I started working. I'm
Uh-huh.
60 now, I'm still here.
How many years is that?
A little over 40, I guess.
Wow.
Long time.
You are known as the place to go for clam boils.
Yeah. Well, my father brought him here in 1972 or 73, started selling clams. I remember they were $20, $25 a bushel, big bushels. I think they were 60 pounds back then, rounded bushels, rounded to the top.
And today?
Today, last week we paid $200. We sell a lot of fish and chips here. We use beautiful fish, haddock, everything we buy. I try to buy the best quality, keep the prices down for the people. Because I know some people struggle. They can't afford to have lobster rolls and things like that. It's hard, you know. So we take that into consideration when we're pricing our menu and our specials.
You are very, very reasonably priced.
And we try to be. We try to give big portions. We have a lot of people that come in here and split meals and everything with no charge at all.
That is so awesome.
You know?
Because
we try to accommodate the people the best we can.
you're a neighborhood
You're a
Yes.
community
Yeah,
restaurant.
it's been a privilege to be here all these years. We're very fortunate.
With the 1950s, what was your first car?
I was only born in '63.
Well, that's
50s
all right.
I wasn't even thought of.
So,
My father.
what was your first car?
I
though?
got an '81 Monte Carlo SS Sports, and my father said, "You're going to pay me $50 a week." I think I made 3 payments, and that was the end of that.
What color
I
was
was
it?
working, I think, for $15 a week he would give me.
What color was it?
It was maroon.
And was it in good shape?
It was a nice car.
Huh?
Yeah, it was a very nice car.
Your first car.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of beautiful cars and antiques in this show.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know that a lot of them come to Danny.
Joe Jesus went to school with my dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
How awesome.
He knew him, yeah.
How awesome. Any
Yeah.
message to those of us who are back from the 50s and the 60s?
Enjoy. And just enjoy the city. We got a beautiful city. If you feel like a clam, come by.
Absolutely.
We'll take care of you.
The best as
Yeah.
ever. The best.
Yes, and good luck with the 50s night. I think that's very nice.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, follow, and please share The Phil Show now with a friend. The Phil Show. New Bedford, Massachusetts is also home to a Universal star. The group Tavares. Tiny spent a few minutes with us chatting. Listen to what he had to say.
When you go back to the 50s, let's go back to the 50s. We're having a 50s night here in New Bedford.
50s.
What are your thoughts of the music of the 50s?
Well, my brothers brought me up on doo-wop. My brother John Funner. He's the one who pretty much speared the group in the harmonic levels. My dad taught us to sing, but I want to believe that I want to believe that Funner was the one who honed the craft so that we sung in harmony all the time, because it's a lost art. A lot of singers can't harmonize.
That was part of your sound's success and love affair with everyone's hearts.
Yeah, people really cherish our harmonics.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Even I looked at my sons had pointed out a video that was on YouTube, and it was speakings of the New Edition. We're on there being interviewed,
sure.
and that's what they called themselves. They showed people the album of Tavares and said, "We're the New Edition."
No kidding.
Yeah. So
what
I
does
guess
that-
somebody liked the harmony.
What does that mean to you?
It gives me a wonderful, warm feeling inside.
So now that's part of your legacy that you're passing on.
Yeah, I'd like to believe so.
How do you want to be remembered?
Like you, someone who always gives back, someone who tries to. A friend, my old manager, our old manager Brian Pinella, he reached out to me to congratulate us on the street signs, and he told me, because his daughters, I knew them when they were just toddlers, and he said, my daughters still speak about you all the time. They say you stay in touch with them. He made a notation. He put, you're the keeper of the flame.
Yes, you are.
So I like to be known as that, the keeper of the flame, because my family, I try to keep my family and my friends within, in reach.
Tiny Tavares, from my heart.
Man, back to you, my brother, back to you, because you have inspired me as well.
Like, follow, and please share The Phil Show now with a friend. The Phil Show. Don't go anywhere. There's plenty more coming up on The Phil Show now from Joe Jesus 50's Night. We'll check out a classic Camaro that's here as a heartfelt tribute to a beloved brother and friend. And brace yourself for some nonsense as we rev things up and bring you the best of 50's fun. It's all ahead on The Phil Show now.
At Carefree Homes, we're a dedicated member of the South Coast, Cape Cod, and Rhode Island communities. Our commitment extends beyond just words. It's reflected in everything we do, which is why we're proud to support our neighbors in need and local organizations like Habitat for Humanity and the Buttonwood Park Zoo. When you choose Carefree Homes, you're choosing a partner dedicated to making your home and your community a better place. Call us today to see how we can make your house a carefree home.
Here at Joe Jesus 50's Night in downtown New Bedford, we're getting into the habit of having fun. Our friends from New Bedford Festival Theater are blessing us with a hilarious dose of nonsense. Tony Martin was a beloved friend to all who knew him and served as the lead carpentry foreman at Carefree Homes for over 30 years. In his honor, the Anthony Tony Martin Memorial Scholarship was created to support the next generation of tradespeople. This meticulously restored Camaro was Tony's pride and joy, now lovingly cared for by his brother.
There's something very special about this vehicle, and this gentleman is going to tell us exactly what it is. Carl, it's great to have you with us.
Thanks.
What is the story behind this?
Well, my brother back in the day always used to build cars and fix things. He could fix anything, and when he did it, he went right through it. And he found this car. He had a 1973, I think, Z28 back in the day that he had sold. And so he found this, and he said, I'm going to fix it up. I want to make a race car. So that's what he did. He took it all apart. Everything, took the body off the frame, took the motor out, rebuilt everything. After work, Saturdays, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, he'd be out there. That's what he did.
He loved this.
He had to get it done. He just had to get it done.
Here you are at Joe Jesus 50's Night.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel Tony's spirit around. What message do you want to give?
I just want Tony to know that the car's with me and it'll always be in the family, and I'm enjoying it, and it's all in memory of him. I mean, the air cleaner, I put his memory of Tony on the air cleaner, and got vanity plates with his name on it, so it's a beautiful car.
For more information about the wonderful Anthony Tony Martin Memorial Scholarship, visit carefreehomescompany.com.
I could feel his spirit. It kept everyone happy for the 2024 Joe Jesus 50's Night. I can't wait until 2025. We'll see you then. Now it's time for me to have a good time.
Everybody's swinging, dancing to the music. On the radio.
The Phil Show Now from Joe Jesus 50's Night has been made possible by our good friends at Carefree Homes, The Butcher Shop, Cottage Street Motors, Danny's Seafood Bar and Grill, and Sociable. Let's start trending sociably.